Okay, guys, welcome to another Kohan Duel. This is going to be Zeza versus Golmec on Cave of Fear. Zeza is going to be Ceyah, and Golmec is going to be Royalists. I'm going to show you the map first off, just so you know what we're dealing with. I got these 5 1v1 maps we've kind of been playing with and testing, and yeah, I really like having these kind of set 1v1 maps instead of just doing it on random. It just adds a different element to the game. So Cave of Fear, this map's got a lot of desert, it's got a lot of corrupt, so there's a lot of like terrain hindrance on this map. Kind of every player starts in a little corner with a corridor opening up into this middle. Um, this is definitely the most like kind of like corridory map that I have. These corridors are a lot bigger. So anyways, you got your gold around you got your wood right there, you got places to do settlements. This thing right here is an assault fort, and it gives plus 10 stone, plus 15 wood, plus 15 iron, and plus 10 cold height, I believe. And there's some spiders in the back row of the militia that I put in there, so it's a bit harder to take. It's a powerful militia, but easy enough to take. But the point is that it's right in the middle of the map, and it's so it gives such good resources that it's kind of going to be well contested. Down here we got cold height spider, up here cold height spider. In the north we got these 2 irons kind of on the other side of this pond, and down south we have 2 golds on the other side of the pond. And then the neutral towns in this, we have kind of one of each faction: a royalist, a nationalist, a Ceyah, and a council. They are all upgraded. They are towns. They have walls around them, so you can't just take them with like scouts and nears. You kind of need a little bit more of an army to take them. And then the biggest thing down here, the only explorable layers on this map are these abandoned ruins, which give 130 gold. So that's kind of a big strategy of the map is whenever you can get your first scouts out to kind of go. It's a bit longer of a way than on some of the other maps, getting that first ancient ruin. But getting out there to get your first 130 gold from that. Okay, let's go into the game. Main menu. And view films. We got Golmec, Cave, Ceyah vs. Royalist. All right, let's get into it. And I'm going to put it at 141% speed because that's what we play at. We got Golmec over here going right for barracks. Looks like he's going to be going for a billet kind of build over there. And Zeza over here going straight for blacksmith and 2 Kohan awakenings into 2 settlers with Ceyah. This is kind of... I'm still unsure about the Kohan awakening, about what to do with that. And once the blacksmith is done, going straight for the upgrade. But kind of the 2 settler forward build with Ceyah I'm really liking. You can do like a settler and a shadling build, and that's something that I need to test too. I'm kind of just starting to play Ceyah and testing out these builds. The starting in this format that we've been playing with is 575 gold, 2 Kohans, as you can see, 0 outposts. So it's a lot. The 575 gold is not much. To counter that, you start with this gold mine right next to you. Every map starts with some sort of abandoned ruin or ancient ruin or some sort of explorable layer that you can get, a little bit of gold from the start. This one gives 130 because it's a bit further away. Other maps, there are ones that are closer that give 70, and those are the ancient ruins. Golmec coming out here with his first settlers, and is just going to get his first little settlement. Going for a billet and immediately upgrading. They are settling. Zeza over here getting both of his first settlements, and this upgraded and got an iron export. So 2 settlers with 2 Kohans, iron upgrade and iron export brings him down to about 80 gold. And what did he just build? First skeletons coming out. So this is a pretty forward and aggressive build. Getting those 2 settlers and immediately getting some guys there. He's probably going to be using these skeletons for scouting as well. Kind of the beginnings of an army. At 49 gold, there's not much you can do right now. Golmec over here is at 130 gold, and he has been working hard over here getting a billet, getting a blacksmith, and going immediately for the armory guild. So he is just going for those 2 company cost reductions. This gives plus 33 to all, and armory guild gives minus 33 to all, and this is minus 50% to iron units like dragoons and grenadiers and infantry. Going for second settlers here. And so Zeza's off to a start here by having 3 settlements versus Golmec's 2. Plus 24 to plus 22. They're both just getting their econ up. Zeza has this army, though, and plus 34. To do that, he just got an iron here. So iron export, iron, and I imagine... Well, I'm not sure where he's going to go next. There's a lot of different ways he can go with this build to keep getting more skeletons, keep getting more econ. Okay, these skeletons, they have 4 of them. They're going to go out and start to look at this abandoned ruin, I imagine, is what it looks like they're going to do. And Golmec over here getting his first Lancers. They will probably do the same at some point soon and getting more Settlers. Or we already saw that they're Settlers. Those Settlers are up and ready to go. So they'll probably be moving out here, and both will kind of have their corridors under control. Not much that either can do right now. 36 gold. Golmec has 17 gold. He must have just built something. Just got a quarry and is going to be looking at some engineers pretty soon. And it is snowing right now in North Carolina. Ooh, it's looking good out there. And it's getting kind of cold too. I love it. Alrighty, so Zeza, after getting iron, he is going for a quarry. Going to start to get... Oh, yeah, that was with that 130 gold that he just got from there. These skeletons are going to come back home. He's got blacksmiths everywhere. +8. It looks like he's going to be going for more skeletons pretty soon. Probably right now. Engineers coming out, immediately getting that +12 gold from the gold deposit. And over here on Golmec's side, he's getting his third settlement. He's got his Lancers out, and he's also got engineers. Engineer timing was about the same on both of them. There's a lot of builds that can get engineers a lot quicker. And it's just, yeah, it's in this format where you start off with that +12 gold next to you guaranteed. Engineers are kind of, they're very much a given. And I'm still kind of, exploring and discovering when the best time to get that is in a build. Some builds I've tried getting them right away, even before settlers. Some builds are the second thing I get. Either way, going on here, we got zombies and skeletons coming out of the front here for Zeza, using all that iron he has, staying at a steady +43 at the 6-minute mark, and Golmec is at +32 at that 6-minute mark. He's about to kind of get right up there once he gets this. It's going to bring him to 44. But yeah, Golmec has been slow at getting his Abandoned Ruin. He's going to get it now, and the timing was just 20 seconds off, you say? If Zeza had gotten there just a little bit sooner, I mean, the Lancers would have overtaken them, so it's hard to say what the exact timing was. But either way, Golmec finally goes over here, gets his Abandoned Ruin, and yeah, that gives him that big boost of gold. And what's he going to do with it? Building a quarry there to start to be able to support. Ooh, he sold his quarry there, it looks like. That was strange. A little fight going on here. They're not going to do anything. Oh, I'm going to turn my sound down a little bit on Kohan. I just recorded, and I have to re-record it because I realized the whole time the sound was way too low, and you couldn't hear my voice over the battles. So I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen again. Okay, everybody just moving along, and Zeza's starting to move out a little bit here. He's got those 2 skeletons, he's got zombies, and he's got engineers. That's like a pretty good little army for 745. Ceyah can do that very well and very easily. Getting market there, thinking about econ, but thinking about military too. Golmec over here has just got engineers and lancers, and coming out with his first horse archers. That's good. That's a good timing for that, I think. He's got things settled enough. He got his wood up there. The wood there plus the wood there, it was enough to support those horse archers, and they're going to be scouts, they're going to be harassment, they're going to be the back of his army. And here we go. Zeza's making a little push here pretty early on in the game. He's got the army to do it, and it looks like Golmec is just has nothing here. He's got the full army. Full militia. He's going to mobilize immediately. These horse archers are not finished. These engineers are full for short ears. And these settlers are not a whole lot. So not a whole lot going on here from Golmec's army. Zeza's army has lost, these guys have gotten pretty beaten up. Skeletons are not particularly sturdy. 220 and 10 defense. And the Lancers coming in from the back, I think, are going to be able to take care of this just fine. But that was pretty threatening there for a while. That was close. That was close to being able to be a rush that could have worked. And if Zeza had made it a rush strategy, it probably could have worked because Golmec did not at all scout what was going on there. Scouting in this game is hard, and it's something that I'm still trying to kind of figure out. As opposed to a game like StarCraft, where you have like 30 SCVs and you can just send one to scout at any time, you can send another to scout. This game you're dealing with companies, so you have to send one of your entire companies out to do scouting. And so it's a lot easier to kind of get greedy, to get in the mindset where you're being greedy and not wanting to go out and scout, and you just have no idea what your opponent's doing. When I showed you the map before, there was one difference. This got turned into a spider lair. After this map, especially, you'll see a couple times where this thing was kind of annoying with wolves coming out of it. Anyways, going on. Zeza's still got his army here, and third, skeletons. This is a good little army that Zeza's got. And Golmec is starting to counter with a similar army. Horse archers, lancers, engineers. That's a mobile army. It can do good stuff. It's strong enough. Now the horse archers are suspect. The biggest thing to remember is Ceyah skeleton warriors attack taken from range to 5. They take fucking nothing to ranged. So that means that this is literally going down. 5% of 28 is 1.4. So there's not a whole lot happening when horse archers try to attack skeletons. They're just not going to take any damage. Skeletons are pretty weak against everything else, so having like a strong dragoon army and lancers will definitely do a lot. Same for our friends, the engineers, always. Love that unit. Okay, so 3 skeletons moving out and engineers. And what's going on here with Zeza's buildings? Pretty much nothing else. He's so far the whole game just upgraded this and gotten the 2 econ buildings along with a quarry to get the engineers. And his other 2 settlements have just been for blacksmiths. Just trying to support his army. He's got more settlers out. They've been out for a bit. I missed that. And so they're going to be going over and trying to make something happen soon. Golmec is moving around, doing some scouting, seeing what's happening on the map. These are those wolves I was talking about that are coming out of this glowing temple. They tend to just be a bit more annoying than the spiders, kind of where it reaches a point where I think it's too annoying and too random, kind of which way they can go. So we took those off the map. Over here, I hear something being built. We got an outpost, and we're going to have a settlement, I bet, going right there. And yeah, right as Golmec is getting primed for an attack, this is the worst. These wolves just come out and attack him from nowhere. The lancers get brought up into Zeza's army. Golmec has to cancel that outpost. Golmec has to run away. He was getting poised to start to take a foothold in the middle, start to attack, start to make some moves with that forward outpost. And these wolves just kind of fucked everything up. Sorry, Golmec. Golmec has got his settlers ready to go there. And it looks like they're moving right there. These wolves are attacking Zeza's Babejaninim. Okay, Zeza's got his third up. 48 econ versus Golmec's 44 econ. Pretty neck and neck. It looks like Zeza's army is a little bit better, a little bit more powerful here with those 3 skeletons, but lancers are a good unit. They're comparable to skeletons, honestly. More health, which is important. And again, these horse archers are not going to do a whole lot in this fight. What does Zeza see here? Is he going to go down here? Or is he going to go over here? Let's see. Ooh, I like the play. These skeletons are on the lookout here to stop incoming reinforcements, and it looks like he's sending everyone else down to take this settlement. He sees it being built. The way Fog of War works in Kohan, which is weird and different from other games, once you've explored an area, then you can see some stuff that happens in that area for the rest of the game. You don't see units moving through it, but you can see settlements and outposts being built. So he saw that because he had explored that area, and like, look, worked exactly. These skeletons up here are able to kind of stop these reinforcements from coming long enough for Zeza to be able to take this village, and immediately raises it. Doesn't even try to keep it. There's no reason to. Golmec has got goons out at this point, so now I'd say the army superiority is going to be in Golmec's favor. So that was a great little harass there, where Zeza was able to go destroy that settlement and get out of there with minimal losses. Very well executed. And Zeza's over here now, just sitting on his laurels, now ahead by that one settlement. Golmec was trying to fill the gap there. Getting settlers right back up, so this isn't going to be a permanent thing. Zeza's going to be able to kind of start to get, or Golmec's going to be able to get right back in that game here. Zeza's got some engineers. They're just kind of wandering around aimlessly. I think they're going to be heading up over there, but have to wait till they actually get some engineers to be able to do some stuff. Golmec is going down here with an outpost first and foremost. And then this little population zone gap is going to be where he puts a settlement. And Goon Lancers, Horse Archers. This is, I mean, right here, this is kind of the crux of a early mid-game army for a Royalist. And kind of later on in the game, Goons will kind of become the middle, and Cavaliers will become the top. You won't really be using Lancers anymore, most likely. Okay, over here. We got 3 skeletons and a fort, an upgraded outpost. So Zeza's really looking to hold on to what he has over here, and is expecting this to be like a big place of battle. You can see the supply zone kind of goes off a lot of this, where there's the guard zone isn't quite that big. Guard zone is this zone, so there's still plenty of room for Golmec to sneak through if he wanted to, but nevertheless, there's more of a line here, and any guys that Golmec would try to send over there, Zeza could intercept. And so the point being is that the battle is going to be focused around here. Battle is happening. Golmec is moving forward. Zeza was just trying to back up a little bit just to make the militia come out, so that he wasn't sitting there with an outpost doing nothing. Settlers just kind of hanging in there. Engineers are kind of lost up here. They're going to be building an outpost and getting an iron, but not here for the battle. Militia going down. Skeletons are starting to go down here. These skeleton warriors might be lost, it looks like. And over here, ooh, we got a mana forge that happened over there. That happened at some point. Getting zombies to try to continue to bolster this army, and Golmec's looking good here. Golmec's doing pretty good. These settlers are going to move up. They're going to build a town right there, and that's going to happen. But well, how is this going to resolve? These last... Okay, I mean, that's Zeza's army. Militia was able to replenish a bit. And again, these horse archers aren't doing a whole lot. So once these lancers go down to the militia, which is happening pretty fast, then the horse archers are going to have to get out. That was a very close battle, and Golmec was able to put on a lot of good pressure there. Kind of depleted the armies of both players. 2 skeletons were lost, and again, with Ceyah, not as big as a deal as with other factions. They're pretty cheap to make. So with the loss of those skeletons, freeing up all that iron, we now have the first Shadow Knights coming out. And Shadow Knights are just such an amazing mid to late game unit. 20 minutes is a pretty good time for them to be coming out and entering the fray. And yeah, they're beefy. And they're powerful. They're just a really good... They do cold to height damage, or vorpal damage too. They're range resistant, not as much as skeletons are. Skeletons reduced to 5, they reduced to 60. So it's not complete game over where like horse archers can't even do anything against them, but they still have that resistance where horse archers are going to be a lot less powerful against them, which is a big part of Golmec's army composition here. Big part meaning 1. Out of 3 though. That's a third of his kind of main army here and the damage they're going to be able to do. So up here, Zeza has got his Storm's End up and running, and he's going to be getting that extra iron. And that is going to be used definitely to try to get more Shadow Knights. He's transitioning from skeletons into Shadow Knights as the crux of his army. No range, but just zombies, skeletons, Shadow Knights is his army versus Golmec's. Ooh, and down here going to take this neutral settlement. Of course, he ended up going after the one that's Royalist, the one that he kind of already has that faction of, but that's fine. Getting a neutral settlement, getting a town too. It's not a village, so it's going to have 3 components available, already up. And yeah, that's a nice take. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settlements for Golmec versus Zeza's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 5, and Golmec is going up over here, and this is going to be risky because he's going to be... Where is he going to settle? If he settles right here, he's not going to get discovered. If he tries to go over for that iron, he's probably going to get seen. And it looks like Zeza over here is going for the spider to get that extra gold. And what else is going on over here? Plus 13 iron. He's just waiting. That's why he's going for those spiders. He's waiting for some gold to get back up so that he can get more Shadow Knights. And Golmec is down here. He's got his new Royalist town. He's got his army. Same composition as before. He's just been working on some conquest. And up here, he's making that settlement certainly within sight of Storm's End. And yep, Zeza sees it immediately and is going to be able to go take these out-of-position settlers. That's a shame. That was just a sending settlers out without fully taking the scope of the situation. Which happens, especially playing at 141% speed. I really like doing that in this game because I feel like 100%, especially there's not as much micro in this game, and playing at 100% just feels a bit slow to me. And I guess I just like kind of having that faster gameplay. And yeah, it's like there's more of an emphasis on just kind of having good multitasking and mechanics, and the emphasis is sometimes on prioritizing what you can do as opposed to having this like more grand strategic outlook where you can do everything you want to do. And so like stuff like that happened. Like Golmec just sent his settlers up there and was probably focusing on other things and just kind of thought like, oh, I'm just going to send them to settle there. It's going to be great. And lost track of them for a little bit. And now it's enough time for Zeza to see it and really capitalize on the situation. So priority. Um, should have had a little more priority scouting and kind of figuring out what's going on there. But scouting is hard. It is hard to find time and units to scout with in this game, and it's kind of a constant process of trying to figure out how to do that most efficiently. So Zeza's army here, he's got the second Shadow Knights up. He's got 2 zombies. He's got skeletons. He's got engineers. He's got 2 engineers. So that's an army of 7. The supply of Golmec is 6, and a similar army. Again, he got the second horse archers, which is um, probably not the best move considering Golmec's army. I'm sorry, considering Zeza's army. And he's going in for the middle, though. These horse archers are certainly going to be very useful in this battle. And engineers just coming in. And it looks like he's going to be able to take this middle fairly easily. Like I said, it's got 18 militia. It's got spiders in the back. It's stronger than your average militia, but it's still just infantry. And he's going to be able to do it, I think, with no problem. But what is going to happen after this is the big question. These goons are not full. These goons got hurt pretty badly. And these lancers got hurt pretty badly. He doesn't have a whole lot of a front line, and Zeza's going to take this opportunity to move right in. An outpost up there to really just take control of the entire top of the map. If you got these 2 corridors, you got the whole top of the map. Shadow Knights coming in strong. Zombies coming in. And Golmec takes it, and now Zeza's going to try to do exactly what he did up there, and Golmec will do the dirty work of building or taking a place, and Zeza's going to try to come in and swoop and take it from him. What is going to happen here? 2 Shadow Knights is so powerful. And again, mowing down the front line, and these horse archers should be able to be cleaning up back there and doing so much while the front line is doing it, but against Ceyah, it just isn't the case. All that range resistance is such a huge thing to remember when you're facing Ceyah. So the Shadow Knights and the zombies are able to just really come in here and do a very good job of just cleaning all this up. They're going to be able to take the middle. Engineers are coming in to make sure that Zeza continues on this path towards victory. And look at this. 10 stone, 15 wood, 15 iron, and 10 mana. That is huge. As soon as that was taken, though, these Shadow Knights went up, used up a bunch more of Zeza's mana. And yeah, these guys up here, I mean, he's just fucking living pretty right there. Doesn't even have to worry about getting his own econ up. He just wants to get some gold right now to get some more parties up. He's got control of the center now. He's got a pretty good army. And Golmec is not having it. Trying to go back in with this kind of piddly little horse archer army. Again, horse archers are just not going to do it right here. And that's kind of the crux of what he's doing. That was a good split there, though. Lancers and horse archers here, engineers and horse archers here. So he sent a melee unit with every ranged unit. Kind of that little split there. But too little, too late. And these fucking wolves, right when things are getting bad for Golmec already, and he's in a tough position, the wolves have to come in and attack his outpost and attack his militia. Looks like 3rd Shadow Knights have come out for Zeza. Yep. So against 3 Shadow Knights, I think this little... Well, 2 goons. 2 goons parties against 3 Shadow Knight parties. Lancers are gone, it looks like, and Zeza now kind of has control. He can do whatever he wants with the whole top of the map. Over here, too, Golmec's just in this corner. And 60 to 100. So Golmec has the iron and the gold to get some more... He went for settlers here. Interesting. I have to question that. He's so behind right now that he needed another goons party. Zeza's moving in over here. Moving most of his army towards Zeza's base, but keeping these guys here to be able... These guys and goons. Shadow Knights and... sorry, not goons. Engineers are down here to thwart off these horse archers and completely keeping them out of the battle. And these, looks like 2 zombies, 1 skeleton, and 2 Shadow Knights just destroyed those goons. These settlers are making a really pitiful attempt to try to run through here and make more settlements, and it was too little too late. Golmec resigns. The moral of the story is this was not the map for Horse Knights more than anything else. It's a small map with a lot of corridors and a lot of kind of turtling, and not a lot of maneuverability, and then Ceyah just have all that range resistance. Good learning, though, because I have not played Ceyah that much, and I literally didn't realize until this game that Ceyah have, that especially skeletons have that ridiculous range resistance. So yeah, that was a good game. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna keep posting more of these videos up. If you like them, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'm always down. I'm trying to kind of get more people into this format of Kohan. If you want to play some competitive 1v1 Kohan, it's a bit different from how people usually play, then definitely message me, leave a comment. We can play some games together. And I'd love to get more people to cast besides just Golmec and I. It would make for some more interesting games. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And like I said, subscribe if you like it. Love you guys. Thank you.